McCauley, prayed up in Syracuse, New York on November 13, 2025. I get this response all the time. I'm just too busy to eat healthy. I'm just too busy. I work too many hours, I got too many kids, I got too many responsibilities. I appreciate that, and I understand it. But there's gotta be some time when you go to the grocery store. There's gotta be a time that you get groceries. Because there's ice cream in your house, there's cookies in your house, and there's chips in your house. So when you are at that grocery store, say, well, you know what, I'm gonna get a bag of carrots, those little ones that I'm gonna eat. How many people ate carrots this week? A few, oh, a lot! Excellent. You know what? This was a good weight loss week. And I'm sure it was the carrots, so let's do it again next week, okay? I think if you're in the store, and even if you don't have time to plan, you can plan as you're walking. Oh, there's the chicken. Oh, there's the low-fat, low-sodium turkey breast. Oh, I think I'll have a salad and throw some turkey on it. It's funny because I have a friend that I used to work with in the 1970s. I'm still friends. We go out to lunch. So after I went to the gym this morning for 2 hours, we met at Finally Hours. So Lisa comes over, the owner, and she goes to me, what do you have? And I said, I'll have an egg beater omelet with turkey, onion, and tomato, no bread, thank you very much. And she says, there's a woman who knows what she wants. I knew what I wanted before you even got there. I was rehearsing it in my mind. Oh, I'm gonna have an omelet. And it was delicious. Who said you can't have turkey in your omelet? It was delicious. You don't have to have ham with sodium. Even when you go out, you can have something healthy. So, now, I love this. If someone wanted to play basketball, would you put him on the Syracuse team and say good luck? No, he'd start with the fundamentals and learn how to dribble and bounce the ball just like all our kids did. So it's the same thing with nutrition. Nutrition is no different. Yet it's so common for us to want to jump right into the big leagues without setting a strong foundation. Solid nutrition is just a series of well-practiced skills. Drinking water, a skill you practice. Not eating humper desserts, a skill you practice. One person got into the 100s last week. They got to 199. So I said, you will not weigh 200 next week. You will not. And they looked at me like, well, they weighed 198. They said, I was so afraid I'd be 200. They weighed 198. So that's what we have to do. We get to 190, 189, and we say, I will not be in those 90s again. We get to 179, those 80s, kiss them goodbye. But you have to have a goal. You have to keep going. So let's say you're first, and pick one goal at a time. So let's say you're snacking, and there's a lot of you that snack like it was your J-O-B. Breakfast, everybody's doing, you're good, you're good, you're good. Then all of a sudden, like you need an extra pen to write all the snacks in. What we need to do is say, you know what? I'm going to start with modifying my snack behavior. That's a trouble spot for me. So you're going to build a healthy snack list. Well, what do I like? Well, I like strawberries. I like blueberries. Let me go buy some of that. Well, I like nuts, but I better put them in a baggie, otherwise I eat the whole jar. I like figs. I like dates. So you start thinking of the healthy stuff. There's got to be something you like. And the key is to have them accessible. And you know, everybody's got this person at work. There was a woman at work. She had 2 full drawers full of food. And people would go by and say, hey, Betty, how's it going? You got anything to eat? And she was the food pusher. But if you have healthy snacks in your desk, you're not going to be going to Betty, okay? So remember that. You need to plan. Baggies are important. Tupperware containers are important. One person, it was a table or one person said that one of their ideas was a PO recipe book. Now, usually recipe books include some new things. Now, it's okay if you take an old thing and make it your own. Let's say take chicken and you're gonna put it in spaghetti squash and you make it your own. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable putting Weight Watchers canned soup in our recipe book unless I gave them credit. I could say, hey, here's the Weight Watchers canned soup that we use and we recommend. So think about that over the next few weeks for January. And I know Teresa, I wrote it on your log, Teresa M. She gave me a baggie of dried melon. And I said, oh, I don't know about that, dried melon. I was eating it like it was my J-O-B. And then I said, I better find out how many calories is in this. Did you add anything to it? Is it just melon? Oh my gosh, it's practically free. Oh my gosh, it was to die for. Now you're all out there going, I want dried melon. All right, so give me that recipe there and get it to the group. So that's what I mean, a healthy snack. Master this step and then go to work on another one. Maybe the next step is exercise. You know when that person said they were sick of it? I don't want to get up and go to the gym, but once you get there, you're okay. It's just the getting there. You don't want to get dressed and put makeup on and go to pray it off, but once you get here, you're okay. All right? And then I even have the crazy busy person's guide to losing weight. There's one day a week, maybe it's Saturday, maybe it's Sunday. Set aside some time and make food for the week. We've been doing that ever since the kids were little. It's not, if you make something on Sunday, it's not going to be rotten by Thursday. Trust me. So make some things for the week. Also, if you're taking a plane ride, baggies, remember I said that. Drink more water, I always have. Keep fruit in plain sight. Ellen, what fruit do you have in your home right now? Why, thank you for asking, Ellen. I have strawberries, I have blueberries, I have bananas, I have figs, I have dates. I think that
apples.
We have apples. What else do we have? I think that's it. Now, if you start sitting out there going, I hope she doesn't call on me because I don't have any fruit in my house. But I'll tell you this, I would take it to the bank and cash it. There's at least one person here who doesn't have any fruit in the house. So let's get some fruit in those homes of yours. Also, no matter where you are, you have to be consistent because there will always be honker raspberry Danish with the drizzled frosting. I could go out the store right now, run to Wegmans and get a piece of it somewhere. You have to say, do I really want it? Yeah, you do. But what happens when you eat it? You feel bad about yourself. You feel good at the moment. Good. And then you write on your sheet, you write it real small, and then you try to abbreviate it so I won't know what it means. Like you go DAN period. I won't know that's Danish. So just remember, I know every abbreviation there is. And try to move all day. There's people, oh my gee whiz. I'm like, what do you do all day? Now, I'm not saying if you're in pain or a walker or crutches or something, but able-bodied people gotta move. All God's people gotta move, okay? And rethink your beverages. I ran into a friend and I'm like, man, you're looking good. And he said, yeah, I gave up drinking soda and I lost 30 pounds. I go, well, did you exercise more and watch what else you were eating? He goes, no, I just gave up soda. Huh, I said, how much soda were you drinking? He goes, probably 10 cans of regular soda a day. And it's so bad for you. So if you're drinking regular soda, here, pass this down to these people, that's my slap. Even if you're drinking diet soda, soda's not good for you, okay?